Here we go. Maybe. At some point, it's going to tell me that I'm online. Because that's what it does. Starting. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know, my friends, if you can see me. When you can see me. That's a good cover. Man, that's a good looking cover. I need to bag and board this really quickly. I guess I could do that. We could just have a show where I'm just sitting here bagging and boarding books. That would be fun. Are we live? I don't know. I think it's still receiving my content. I don't know what's going on. It's really slow. I got dogs everywhere. My hair's doing weird stuff too, so. They give you like a really, really long delay before they start now. I think we're live. So how's it going, everybody? Thanks for watching Sunday Morning Comics. Hope y'all are having a great Sunday morning. Holger's here. Holger, I hope you had a great Sunday into your evening now, sir. We've got Comically Flawed here. What's going on, brother? Gomez, Comic Collector. NES Master 80. Hey, your stuff shipped out. That was an experience. After that first live auction, like, I mean, I have it down better, like, pat now, but, man. Like, sometimes PayPal gives you the options to print out a shipping label, and sometimes you gotta, like, figure it out yourself. It's pretty crazy, pretty crazy. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. Thanks for checking out the show. Really appreciate it. I have a dog war that's happening for some reason. Really? Okay. I guess it stopped. It was a short war. We are going to be opening a live auction winning from the last Legends live auction. That was like last weekend. So this shipped out super fast. Like, I will get to this point to where I can ship out like the day after. You know what I'm saying? He shipped out super fast. But, wow. I waited for everybody to pay, and then I just kind of like tried to do it all at one time, you know? That was how I felt to do it. But it'll go faster next time. It's definitely a learning experience. Trying to get everything boxed up and proper. Like, you know, on occasion you box something up and it's not a big deal. But you're like shipping to people that have bought things from you. So you're like trying to go a little bit crazy with it. I don't know, they weighed more than they should have, but it's okay. It's okay. So, yeah. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. I think I've said that 3 times now. So, we'll be opening that. Let me know in the comments. Thanks, NES Master. I really appreciate that. I dig this shirt. It's on TeePublic, so you can check that out. Actually, if you just scroll down through the description, you can find a link to the comic book TeePublic store, and then just search Daredevil. And a lot of the times, here's the best thing about that website is like once a month, once every other month, they drop the price to $14 on all the shirts. A lot of the shirts that I wear are from there. But like I said, they drop it to, I think they're normally $20, so, normal price, I guess, I mean, it's good quality. They don't shrink. That's the big thing, is they don't shrink, they feel good. You can wear them cold, hot weather, it doesn't matter. They're just good shirts. But, they drop the price to like $14. So if you wait a little while, you can get like $2 for, you know, the price of 1.5. That's what I do. I just wait for them to drop down to 14, and then I'll buy something if I want it. But yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, let me know if you guys have read Metal, because I kind of want to talk about that, but I don't want to spoil it if anybody's read it or if there's anybody that cares about it. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't read it yet. Also, Youngblood this week. So we're gonna do the review of Daredevil later, and we're going to do the review of Daredevil later, but I think I might have to do another, like, the best comic you didn't read this week and talk about Youngblood. Because there was some crazy stuff that happened in Youngblood this week, man. Yeah, Youngblood. Yeah. Such a good cover. We have to bag and board all this stuff. Alright, so we're going to this. Just so, here's out of the way. Alright. Way better. NES Master 80 said, yes, he read Metal this week. Holger read it. Flawed, I don't know if you're reading Metal. Gomez, you probably know about it. But like, so in JLS's comics, over on JLS Comics on Thursday nights, we do ComiConversation. You guys know that. You're there. It's a good show. And we talked about Metal, but we didn't really like spoil it because it's only like a day after New Comic Book Day. Not everybody had read it at that point, so we didn't want to go too crazy with, you know, just spoiling the crap out of the book. So we just kind of talked about how we felt about it. And I enjoyed it. Like, I liked the book. I'm not saying that I didn't like the book, but man, it just stinks what happened. No. Nice. Don't worry about it, Gomez. No, I didn't get one. My shop only had the A cover. But I'm just going to order them and a few other things from my comic shop because I'm going to get, not my comic shop, the website. Because I'm getting both of the, I'm going to get the color and the black and white because they just have them for cover price on there, which is amazing, which is awesome. My shop would definitely have the black and white one marked up just because that's just the way they roll. So I'm going to order those and a couple other books that are cheap to like throw in and like kill the shipping. Thanks to Comically Flawed for that suggestion. So we talked about that the other day. But yeah, definitely I want to get those. I just think it's cool. It would be really cool because especially it's got Shaft on the cover and maybe he doesn't make it out of that issue. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. Oh, you're cool. You're cool, Flo. We could wait. We will wait. We'll do the unboxing here in a moment. But, alright, so everybody was talking, or we were kind of talking earlier in the chat about Saturday morning comics. Or no, Saturday morning cartoons. But they don't exist anymore. That stopped a few years back. I guess just because of like Cartoon Network and like Nickelodeon and stuff like that. There are other avenues. Other places and even the internet where people go to watch things or kids go to watch things and things like that. But it is kind of sad. I don't even know like what cartoons consist of in the afternoon anymore. Like, is that still a thing? Is it just Cartoon Network or do you still have like, oh man, like whatever channels used to be that played cartoons from like what I want to say from like 2 to 4:30 or something like that. Like the CW, you would think that they would be running like Arrow, like that, not the Arrow cartoon, but who was it? They did like a Vixen cartoon. It was a miniseries, and they did a couple other things. So like they could put those kind of things on there, but I don't know if they do. So I guess it just doesn't exist unless I'm completely wrong. But as others have said, I think it's just all like educational cartoons or something that aren't good, and of course like art quality on most of those is not good. Like yeah, Fox had them. What are you doing, man? Don't rip up the blanket. What are you doing? Cap. Let's not do that. Man, why are you ripping up the blanket? Why are we doing that? Nope, this ain't working. Sorry, we're having a dog crisis. Chewing on a quilt, I tell you. Yes, okay, but Fox, yeah, because they had like, man, who was that like back? Nah, they had some. Oh yeah, CW did a new Constantine and the Ray cartoon. Dude, I didn't see the Ray one. I saw the Constantine. Wait, no. Did they just announce the Constantine? I saw Justice League Dark. It had Constantine in it, so I was confused for a second. But no, I saw a preview, I want to say, for the Ray, but I have not seen the whole thing. Unless the preview was the whole thing. I could be wrong. I don't know. I would like to see. I want to see the whole the Ray one. It sucks. You got to say that the Ray all the time. The Ray. You just say Ray because then it's just a dude's name, I guess. All right, they should rebrand the Ray. He needs a new name. What would the new name for the Ray be? We really need a new name for the Ray. Oh, they announced it, and I have only watched the trailers. Okay, I haven't seen the new trailer for Constantine, but I saw the Ray one. Okay, cool. I will check that out later. Faux show. I'll get this box a little prepped here as we kind of go. Prep it up. Oh, man. Yeah. So, I read a good number of books this week. I mean, they're in the hall, so not an outrageous number or anything, but I felt like everything was pretty high quality. I didn't actually have any of those like random man, I should drop this book thoughts this week. Don't you hate it when you have those though? You're like, ugh, why am I still buying this book? What's up, Jay? How's it going, brother? Philly Superman in the house. Comic books. How do I want to cut this without cutting anything? Again, this is stuff I won from Big Bear Comics over on the Legends live auction last weekend. Woo! So he shipped these out super fast. So, because I actually got them. When did I get them? Friday? Thursday or Friday. So I've just been sitting on them, not opening them, so I could open them here with you guys. Oh no. No, we're good. It's like you... Oh, no, man. This is difficult. It's packaged so tightly. I mean, in a good way. But very tight. It's taking way more competition or concentration. It's a competition with my concentration. Which is kind of true. Alright, let's not have a dogfight, yeah? Cool. Biggin. Sweet. That was actually pretty easy. Okay, good job. So, see what we're saying here. Comically Flawed said, several things killed cartoons. Legislation about how many hours of programming on the networks had to be for child education meant that took over Saturday mornings. Man. Plus laws about marketing to kids and how much commercial time during the show had an impact. What? That's a bunch of junk, man. That's a bunch of junk. But I guess that only applies to network TV and not cable TV, right? Because then Cartoon Network would just be out of luck. And Boomerang. Is Boomerang still a thing? Yes. I see the sign. It's still in the building. It must still exist. When I'm driving downtown, I go past the Williams Street buildings. So you can see, Cartoon Network and everything up on top. We didn't drive through downtown, Flawed. Could have showed you that. Not bad. That stinks, though. Alright, Jay. We're about to spoil Metal, or at least talk about it. Because we talked about it on Thursday night, but we didn't spoil it. We didn't talk about the end. So we're not going to, spoil it. But pretty much everybody's caught up. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Oh, is it 3? He sent me an extra book. What? That's so nice. Because I think I only won 2 books. He sent me 3. So, okay, we'll give him a plug too then. Next weekend, fellas, is going to be a busy weekend for live auctions for everybody. Next Saturday night, Legend is going to be having his live auction again. So, like, what time is that? He's Central Time Zone. I don't remember what time it starts. So like 9 or 10? I don't know. It's later. Yeah, it's later on Saturday night. But I mean, just to make sure you're subscribed to Legend, you can find it. The Legends live show, the Great Legends live show. Yeah, live auction. So that was a lot of fun. It's on Saturday night. I'm not going to be around for it unless I just randomly get on my phone. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be out of town next weekend. No Sunday morning comics next Sunday morning. Sorry. But I will be on Edwin's live auction, Strictly Comics live auction next Sunday night. So that one, I think we start at 6. I think we're starting at 6. I'll make sure I'm back in time. And I'll have everything set up like Thursday before I go to town. So it'll be good times. It'll be good times. J. Rodham, what's going on, brother? Your stuff shipped. You should be getting it soon. Thanks for stopping in, man. We're just talking about those live auctions that are coming. Okay. Like I said, though, this is books that I just got, like, last weekend. I don't even know. Okay, that's that. Oh. All right, well, what? We'll show. Man, that's awesome. I love this. I have it, but I love it. All right, we're going to show the extra book after the main 2 books. Okay. Extra book later. Hair's freaking me out today. I didn't have any stuff. Let's see. Jason Smith's here. What's going on, Jason? Jason's going to be a part of that next Saturday night, I'm sure. I'm checking him out over to Legends. Legends on 9 o'clock. All right. I had to check on dogs. Okay. So that will... I'm going to try Edwin's. Really? I don't remember. Oh, let's see. All right, so books I got from Big Bear. I already shipped them. Jason, did I not pay you? I think I did. We'll find out. We'll show them in order because we need to. All right, so going along with a run that I've been picking up here and there, trying to... It started as one thing and has expanded. We're talking about Uncanny X-Men or X-Men. I guess it's just X-Men and Uncanny X-Men at this point. Since I got that Omega Red that I probably need... Oh, man. X-Men. Okay. So, Uncanny X-Men 136. Very cool. Iconic cover. Poor Cyclops. I know. Duke agrees. Duke agrees. Right, Duke? You agree? Poor Cyclops. So, Jean is no more. Or is she? Is it just the Phoenix that died? 137. Is it Marvel Girl who's back? Who knows? Who knows? No one has read these books before, so we don't know what happens. We don't, they weren't made, 30, 40 years ago. Jack Yo's here. What's going on, Jack Yo? How's it going, brother? So I won these, right? I won these in the auction. Gomez is in Nevada and he did some comic hunting. That's cool. Duke, come here. Let him play. 2 dogs are playing. 1 dog doesn't understand that they're playing. It's all good. You're okay, big dog. All right, so... Don't miss this special issue containing the shock and surprises, or more shocks and surprises than ever before. Child of Light, of Dark. Wow, I mean, they don't put these like awesome catchphrases and things on the front of books anymore. Leave them alone. Live shows with dogs, everybody. Too many dogs. Duke, let them go. That didn't work at all. Phoenix must die. Okay, and so the extra book. Alright, gotta fix this. Alright, so hopefully that's squashed for a moment. If I can keep these two laying here, the other two are fun. And then, so many dogs. Okay, so the extra book he threw in. Now this is just cool because, you know, this is just an iconic time in X-Men period, in the X-Men universe, you know. So it's Uncanny 281. Wells Portaccio doing this one, man. This was such a great book. Like, this, you know, this came out the same week or the week after as X-Men #1 from Jim Lee. So, super pumped. And this is an October book. So it would have been like my birthday from that year. This is awesome. From 91? Yeah. Awesome. So these will go with the rest of the X-Men, as now 141 was my earliest, I think. Now it's 136. So very, very cool. I know I need to get some earlier X-Men. It just, you know, some of them are pricey. And, you know, you don't... Yeah, I just haven't really, like, made the commitment to buying earlier ones yet. But slowly I'm starting. As I see them at a good price, things like that, I'll jump in. But I'm kind of at that point where it's early or weird random numbers up in the high ones. So as I do like a floaty dance with my hands here. Sorry. Midwest Comic Man, how's it going? Oh, my bad. I'll make sure that happens, Jason. I apologize. I thought I did. Oh, I sent you the thing. That's what it was. Yeah, that fire in California. Yeah. So we're talking about. That's been some bad stuff there. Thursday morning, everybody. Thursday morning. Okay. Dark Knight's Metal. Number 3. Let's dig into this just a bit. Now, whatever the first part, you know, Batman gets taken. We got to fight everybody in the world. He just wants some more punching. He's tired of talking. I can understand that. Superman says a lot of stuff. It is, but it isn't. That's a cool opening, too. The Silver Age X-Men floaty dance. Yeah, it is, right? It's pretty much exactly what that is. Man, this book is just nuts. Putting Snyder and Capullo back together for this story was crazy. Crazy stuff. Digging it. 280 or 281, Jason? That was 281. I'm with you. I think I got my first X-Men book off a spinner rack at like a convenience store. I don't think they were a gas. I think, you know, it was just this place. It was a shop called the Top Shop, right? It was just like a little convenience store. I don't think they had gas. But yeah, just stop in there. They had a spinner rack. I would get a Spider-Man or an X-Man, not X-Men, X-Men, or like, you know, a Batman. I think that was like mainly what I would get there. And just randomly, that's like my first, that spinner rack was really my first introduction to comics, I want to say. So I haven't seen comics at a convenience store or gas station in a long time. I don't remember the last time. I was a kid, so very cool stuff though. Trips down memory lane. Now, this is cool. Flash like jumps in, grabs Superman, and was like, "Yo, we got to get out of here. We got to regroup. This ain't gonna work." Grabs him, and then, you know, they go meet up at a place they shouldn't be able to be found, or should at least now have time to kind of regroup and talk, give themselves a plan. This takes a while. There's a lot of planning. But it's basically, I don't know, it's pretty rough. And the biggest thing, though, was like, Batman told Superman in a code not to come, like, don't come for me. Superman thinks he means come for me. So he does. And that is the fatal flaw. Yeah, man, no problem. No problem, Jay. That was the fatal flaw with this. Was that Superman the bad guys here, as they normally do, they completely played off Superman's character. They knew what he would do. Regardless of any other, they knew that this would be the outcome. That he would eventually find a way and get to this dark universe where they're holding Batman. And that was their whole goal, was to get Superman. It wasn't about Batman at all. This was all about getting Superman. Pretty crazy. It's an S. There are lots of Supermen. Dark Superman. They've been waiting for him for so long. So, that's where we kind of ended up. Now, that was a good twist for me. As far as I realistically just thought this book was going to be about Batman. I didn't really think that they would then switch it a couple issues in to where Superman was the actual target this whole time. And we got to him through going through Batman, which would be a really roundabout way to do it. They could have gone after somebody way easier. And it would have had the same result much faster, I think. Like, it could have just been a Superman book. Gomez says, Jason's got to go. Have a good one, man. Check us out later. Jay said, I remember when stores had racks, even grocery stores. Yes! I remember, like, down here, though, they had, and grocery stores had, like, magazine racks, so they would have comics. They would have, like, a little comic section on the, magazine rack wall thing. I remember that. I occasionally walk down the aisle at a grocery store now. So there's like nothing else down that aisle. It's like magazines and like birthday cards or something, you know, and random other stuff. So I'll walk down that aisle just every once in a while and like glance over and no comics. Just keep walking, you know. Let's see. Flawed said, didn't I hear somewhere that after the Dark Knight stuff, Snyder is not doing any more Batman for a while? I don't know if he actually said that. Sorry. I don't know if he actually said that or what, but He took a break for a minute. No, he didn't. Not really, because he jumped in to do All-Star Batman after New 52. So, yeah, I would think that he's probably burnt out on Batman for a minute, or at least would want to step away and do something different to kind of recharge his... Man, nose itches. Or something like that. I would think that he would want to step away now. And a lot of writers do. Like, they have a big event, and then they, like, take a break or step away or go to a different company, whatever. Come on, Hickman. Come back to Marvel. We need something here. So, what did you guys think of Metal? What did you think about that twist? Was that something that you were kind of cool with? Or are you not really excited that they kind of switched it up on us? Yeah, Barnes and Noble, they have them, like, Books A Million. So, like, I guess, like, your big bookstores, they might have comics if you have one in your near you or something. I don't know. I think some people are able to find them at, like, used bookstores also. So that's something worth checking out. There is a used bookstore near me. I walked in there the other day. And no, I did not get a vibe that I would even need to ask. So I just left. Now, my luck, they probably have like a long box sitting in the back of like Silver Age stuff that they just like is full of, got dust all over it. And they don't know what to do with it, Okay, I'll go back and I'll ask. Gosh, man. Okay, killing myself here. Oh. Are they like crappily bagged and boarded, or are they loose? I need to go check out Barnes. I live within 3/4 of a mile of a Barnes and Noble. Like, maybe it's a full mile. I don't think it's a full mile. And I never go there. I've been there like once in a blue moon. I'll go and just check out what they have. But I'm always waiting for them to have like a sale on their trades. And they may have them. I just don't ever actually go to look. So. Jackio said maybe Snyder's going to jump over Superman. He thinks that Superman needs a good writer. Which one's Jurgens writing? What's Action? Okay, Jurgens on Action. Most of Action's been pretty good. Well, I mean, we're into this, like, Oz, Jor-El, Who's Your Daddy story. So... yeah, and sometimes, like, Gomez is saying he needs to check out Barnes & Noble. But, yeah, sometimes, like, they will have variants of their own. Of course, like a Books A Million. They have, like, the fried pie variants and things there you can get. And a lot of times, if you like some of those fried pie variants, I would definitely recommend you looking at a second... or not a... yeah, you can look at Second Charles, too. But, like, Books A Million, because they'll actually have them marked down also. Like, they may have a cover price of whatever. They may up it, but then within a month or so, if it doesn't sell, it'll be below cover price. So you can just, like, flip through what they got there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, well, I mean, I stuck on Action just because... you know, I want to see it through to 1,000 issues there and see what happens with that. That's pretty cool. I did drop Superman, even though I really dig the art on Superman. It's just that was just a lot of Superman for me. From going from like no Superman to like all of Superman, that was a lot of books. So I just cut back to Action, which I've enjoyed. Superman was dealing more with like his son. And, like, tied in closer to Super Sons, I felt. Which I don't have any want to read about little kids. So, there should be a Snyder ban on Superman. Jay does not want Snyder on Superman. Man, it would get dark quick, right? Or it might be a very, very different story. Maybe he wants to write something completely different. And that would be a day and night kind of change to write Superman after Batman. But that just depends on if he's still got a contract with DC. I'm not sure about that. Or if he wants to just take a break from comics, or if he just wants to do like something like go back to Witches or something like that. And a majority, since these sales are really up. Oh, okay, other people, I get you. See you, Gomez. Have a good one, man. He's got to run. Really appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you checking out the channel. Checking out the live show, Sunday Morning Comics. Let's see. Jacko is not a Jurgens fan. That's okay. I mean, I haven't read like everything that he's written. But of course, the most things I've read of his have been things that are like, people have said, "Oh, this is super good," and they are actually pretty good. So I haven't read too much bad, but then again, I haven't read a ton of his work. You know. Yep, they do. They're $1, like the DC books. I remember that when Jay's saying that Barnes & Noble is basically the new newsstand of today for higher cover price variants. With the newsstand variant, basically. And I did notice that at Books A Million, when right after Rebirth started, they had Rebirth, you know, new DC books, but they were $3.99 instead of $2.99. And Rebirth, everything started off $2.99. So that was kind of crazy. Excuse me. What's up, Iron Galactus? How's it going, man? You just got here. This is what I got last week in the auction. Uncanny X-Men 136 and Uncanny X-Men 137. To continue on my Uncanny X-Men collection journey. And he threw in an extra of 128. So, good book. Good book. Good book. Man. I don't know. How many copies of that do I have now? I could check. I got a box down there. Full of X. Oh, I got a spreadsheet too. I got a spreadsheet. That's so good. Nightwing looks cool in this, man. Like grizzled Nightwing there in the corner that you can't see. Yeah. So I thought that was cool. I don't know. So I'm still on for metal. How many issues does it have? 6, I believe. I think so. Yeah, sales, man. Okay. I'm very disappointed. Let's talk about sales. Yes. Jay's very true. Here's what we're going to do. Sales are measured by shop orders. That's it. That's what we get to look at. The amount of books shops ordered. We've been to shops. We know when they order stuff and it doesn't sell. So I want the actual like sales numbers. Like how many copies of this did we sell this month? Because when we go look at our sales numbers and the figures we're talking about, where, you know, Amazing Spider-Man is selling 100,000 copies, right? But how many people are actually picking it up? That's the difference. That's just kind of the scary point right now. It's like they're putting out these books, but there's not a ton of us actually reading them. Especially if you go to books that are only getting, you know, like 20,000 orders, 15,000 orders, things like that. Like big 2 titles that are only getting those few number of books ordered, sold. But then the actual sales numbers that the shop sees, like, what are those, you know? It makes you wonder how some books with low order numbers actually continue to be produced. But Jay said, here's what we'll go. We'll go to see. So sales are measured by shop orders. Ooh. So Marvel manipulates it by keep doing things like events that stores will order in higher numbers and relaunching series with a number 1 and also get orders higher. Yes, they do that. They also do like those blind box comics. They'll do an exclusive cover for that, but then that'll bump the number up because that blind box company then has to order X thousand copies of that book. So they've done that several times on several issues, and that's why you'll see a sales jump on like a random issue, and you're like, what is going on with that? Because there was a variant cover for that only sold with something else, you know? They do that all the time. But yes, I agree. That is a big push for relaunching series, is every time a number 1 comes out, you see that number jump. You see it jump, and then by issue 3, it's back to what it was before or lower on the previous series. Rarely does it get higher. So you would think that's a game of diminishing returns, and you wouldn't want to play that anymore. Or at a certain point, you're going to have to go, this just isn't a sustainable model. We have to move away from it. I think maybe that's what they're doing with Legacy, with the Legacy renumbering anyway. I hope, but we're still going to have a ton of books that are probably going to cancel and relaunch. Oh well. If a shop pays for their books... If a shop pays for books, they're sold, period. I guess so, to the shop. But that's my point, though, is that doesn't mean they're getting read. They just sit on a shelf, man. They're just sitting there. That stinks. Because that doesn't really reflect like the impact of your story. Like, man, my book sold 100,000 copies, but 60,000 people actually read it. It's still a large number, but not as dramatic. Yeah, that ordering above the bar thing, well, that was pretty nuts. That's the first time I've heard about it in the industry, really. I mean, it may have happened at some point in the past, but, man, there were some books that was like 125% above. You know, all the way up to like 200%. Alright, don't get personal, Jack. Kyle's here. What's up, Kyle Walker? How's it going, brother? Everybody's got their own opinion about what companies they like and stores and stuff like that. But where, I mean, I'm just talking about like the actual like readership of a book versus sales numbers. Because, like we've said, sales to a shop are sales, but blah. But that just bothers me that there's so few people reading books. Now, of course, that doesn't really account for digital sales numbers. I don't even know where we can look at those most of the time. Like, they don't seem proper because that's all over the place with you know, Comixology. You can read from there. You can read from Marvel Unlimited. Of course, there are other means to read them digitally. So it's just it's hard to judge like how many people are actually reading any given issue of a book. That's weird to me. There should be a way to figure that out, but there is not. There is not a good way to do it. I probably went through, oh man, how long did I spend like just trying to come up with numbers? I don't know. I think it was about 6 hours one day where I was just sitting here and pulling numbers from different websites and pulling numbers from different websites. But there was no actual way to compile them. Because the end result is you still don't know who actually picked it up from the shop. So that number is going to be different every time. Oh well. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, well, they do barcodes, but those, it would still count on these shops actually it would still count on the shops to send that data. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It would still be difficult. Yeah. Call it as you see it. Call it as you see it. Like, Jay still don't like Green Arrow. I'm up and down on that book so often. I want to like it. I want to like it. And I really dig it more when Otto Schmidt is doing the art. But it's up and down for me. But I did like the last push-up with the Hard Road Heroes guy, or whatever he was doing there. Indeed. Both companies will give us crap and give us gold. And they hope we buy it both. Yep. Oh. Thanks, Iron Galactus. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. It's like I said, it's on the TeePublic shop. There's a link in the description below. Just search, I think you can just search Daredevil or search Nelson and Murdoch, and you'll find it. But wait, check out the website, but wait till they have a sale. They're like $20 most of the time, but they have sales pretty often, and they drop all their shirts to $14. So, digital sales aren't officially tracked either. Yes, that's what I ran into, was that there was no... I could find numbers that might be true, but they didn't actually have any type of official backing behind them. So that's, like I said, I spent about 6 hours just digging through numbers one night, just because I wanted to find out. It was bothering me that night. Especially with some books that are not even low print runs. It's just the order numbers are low, and the story's really, really good. So you wonder how many people actually picked it up versus how many are still sitting on a shelf, That type of thing. I would also be really interested to know, what the difference would be, independent books versus the big two-ish, big three. Though I would kind of want to include Image in the independents for that, for this, to see what the digital reads are. Are digital, the percentage-wise... of their physical copies, what are they getting of that digitally? Say they sell 100 copies physical. How many digital reads or digital sales did they get? Are they getting 50%, 100%? Are they getting way more? Are they, their readership is all digital? They're wasting money printing it. They just have people that are buying this thing like crazy digitally. That's the numbers I want to see, and we can't see that. Midwest Comic Man makes a really good point. If I can find it again here. He said, Midwest Comic Man says, I'm very critical of Marvel lately, but that's because I grew up a rabid Marvel fanboy, and I think they are way off base lately. I'm the same way. I feel like I was reading so much more Marvel back in the day, and now... I'm getting 2, 3, 1, Marvel books a week, And I'm picking, and I'm getting it feels like every week I get double the amount of DC books that I get from Marvel books. And that bothers me as a comic book fan. It needs to be more balanced, but week after week, I'm just not digging a lot of what Marvel's been putting out. So... or not as much, Not enough for me to buy it. Not enough for me to buy it. Flawed makes a good point here. He said, it's not about being a fanboy of one company over the other. I think ideally both companies would put out quality products and have consumer first. And he said, that's naive, I know. Yeah, money first. Money first. Money first. We know that. Oh, I got you. I got you, Jay. Yeah. I know they can track it easily. I don't know why they don't. That's easy. That's so easy to track digital sales versus having to rely on a shop to do something. Yeah. So there's no reason they don't release those numbers other than they're afraid. Like, what if the digital sales numbers are crazy good and they release them? Like, are they afraid that if they release them, people will go, wow, the print industry really is dead? Because there's a ton of people reading these books, but it's all digital, you know? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Like, say they, Amazing Spider-Man, 100,000 copies is what they sold, pre-ordered, sold, blah, that number, right? What if that was truly, once they added in digital sales, 500,000? So they got 400,000 digital copies sold and only 100,000 physical. Think about that. Like, what if that's the difference? That would, the release of those actual numbers would surely end print. I don't know if they'd be able to sustain it. Of course, maybe the other reason is they don't want their like writers and artists to know how much they're actually making. I know, Jay. I don't know why you do it, man. I don't know why you do it. Two times 0 equals 0. Yes, it does. NES Master. Yeah, everybody likes different things. Like, that's cool. Jackio loved DC when Flashpoint happened. So he had some love. But then did you like New 52, which came out of Flashpoint, or no? I don't remember what you said there. NES Master says, I read what I like. It doesn't matter which company. Right now, there is no Marvel on my pull list. I got DC, Valiant, Image, and boom. Nice. Man, I got to get some more Valiant on my list. I need to get Exo Manowar back on there and start reading some of that again. I like that first issue, but then I missed the second issue, and I just never went back for whatever reason. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Not everything is going to be geared toward me, and that's fine. Dude, I'm completely with you. I'm completely with you. Jay said that he disliked most of the New 52. Okay. New 52 actually got me to like most of DC. Like, I was excited for DC at that point. Before New 52, I was mainly a Marvel person back in the day. Or, realistically, I was a Marvel person with some Batman and then Image. When Image came out, man, I read Image up until I stopped collecting, basically. So, I'm still missing like a whole chunk of books that just don't exist anymore that I want to read. It stinks. Let's see what we got going on here. A little behind on the comments, guys. Sorry. My pull list has two things: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Old Man Logan. That's it. Nerdivision. Nerdivision, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming by this morning. NES Master. The 2 times 0 equals 0. Jackio said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles good. Comically false right now. His Marvel is Venom, Darth Vader, all new Wolverine, and that's about it. Yep, with the occasional variant cover of something thrown in, right? Kyle Walker, the uncanny Kyle Walker, says he's just getting Walking Dead and X-Men Blue and Gold and Jean Grey. Man, that's cool. You are an X-Men fan. I would recommend Astonishing X-Men. If you haven't checked it out, maybe you've checked out issue 1 and you didn't like it. I did a review of issue 4 last week. You can check that out. Now I show some of the art and stuff in it if you want to look at it. But it's actually, I liked issue 4. I liked issue 1. 2 was a little bit slower for me. But 4 was actually pretty good. So we're kind of setting some stuff up. They're fighting the Shadow King. It's pretty cool. If you're a big X-Men fan, which it seems like you are, Kyle, that's really, really cool. And yes, you post a lot of X-Men books, so yeah. Jackio said, I'm not got one legacy book yet, but over the next couple weeks, there's a bunch I'm getting. Nice, nice, nice. I've only gotten one lenticular Marvel Legacy cover. I've gotten a couple Legacy book. No, I haven't. I really haven't. Oh well. Of the actual renumbered books, I haven't yet. So, Thor comes out next week though. So, Thor 700, baby. We're getting that one. We are getting some of those. Yeah, exactly, Jay. I don't think they do it because of the numbers. I mean, they don't want people to see it. No, I don't think they do count it as a sale for that digital code because, well, one, not everybody uses it. I mean, most people aren't going to peel a sticker off the inside of their book to look at a code so they can read it online later. Marvel's hope with that, though, is that people do that and then they find it easier to read online and they just start buying them online. So it's like kind of like a, you know, it's your dealer giving you the first one for free, you know? Comic Flawed said, I'd like advanced metrics versus just sales. My guess is probably half of the people buying digital are also buying physical. Whoa, really? Half of the people buying... Oh, if they include that other number, maybe. But... are also buying physical copies? That seems insane to me. That seems insane to me. Of the same issue? I don't know. But then again, like Marvel Unlimited kind of breaks that for Marvel. Well, it's pushed back. So that wouldn't be... Marvel Unlimited would be thrown out. Never mind. Excuse me. Marvel Unlimited would pretty much be thrown out of that because you're reading books that are 6 months old and older at that point. So... Midwest Comic Man said, Valiant has been knocking it out of the park lately. Alright, man. That's it. Next week, I'm going to pick up a couple Valiant books and just check them out. Like, I'm gonna go back and get, like, a back issue, like 1, 2, or 3, or something like that, of Exo, of the current Exo Man War run, and something else. Like, maybe Quantum and Woody, or, I don't know, something. I'm going to pick this up. Alright, let me jump back in here. Oh, you guys are killing me. I think I went way back up. Great Legend vomited in his mouth when I said Marvel. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just I was originally also. Legend Man, I gave you some plugs earlier for your live auction next week, everybody. I can't remember what time it starts. I think Jason said at 6. So next Saturday at 6. Right? That seems early for your show. Maybe it's at 9. 9! It's at 9. Eastern Standard Time. Alright. Everybody check that out next Saturday on the Great Legends live show. Super auction, because I was showing off the stuff I got from Big Bear last week. The 136 and the 137. Very, very cool. Thanks for coming by, Legend. I missed a whole bunch of comments, everybody. I'm trying to scroll back up and get them. Yeah, you're an anomaly, Jay. You're an anomaly because you buy the entire run from a company each month. Or 2 companies each month. Which I just couldn't do that. Could I? Yes. But I don't like enough of the books. So. Jackie said, Astonishing X-Men is sweet. Yeah. Jay is really looking forward to Phoenix Resurrection, which I'm in for just because it's an X-Men thing. I want to see what happens. Is it really Jean Grey, like our original Jean Grey that's coming back? Is it just Phoenix that's coming back and decided to look like Jean Grey? Like, what's going on? So I'm pumped to see that, see what's going on there. Does that mean... And we've got, if you're reading Astonishing X-Men, Professor X is there, in the astral plane at least. So, how long before he gets his body reconstituted in some manner? And then all we need is Cyclops back. Wolverine just came back. We could actually be getting, like, an original-ish X-Men, like maybe a 90-ish X-Men team at some point here in the near future. That would be cool. Let's put that team back on, like, everybody's Omega level, and they can just, do whatever they want. I'm ready for that instead of, like, the teams where everybody's unsure about themselves. Gomez said, trying to find the card variant covers on the new Legacy better looking. Yes, a lot of those look way better. Didn't I get one last week? I think I did. They're way better than the lenticular covers. Those, I think, are going to hold up better as far as your collection goes and what you want to do with your collection later on in life. I don't think the lenticulars are going to be... Just because they're such crap for Marvel. That's such a crap way to do it, guys. I'm sorry to say it. Such a crap way to do it. Let's see. Holger said, I don't think they stopped printing comic books. I don't think that... What? It's the same with vinyl. There will always be people who will buy comic books. No, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I don't think they would really ever stop either. At least not anytime soon. It's still such a... It's just like part of pop culture and part of like kind of the fabric of life at this point is like knowing that there are comic books out there and there are comic book shops. Because in essence, that would kill a ton of businesses if they did. Iron Galactus says, maybe a good way to judge sales would be to break down their yearly financials. They are required to tell. Yeah, because they're open if they're a public company. Compared to those financials of companies like Midtown, TTAW, etc. And if they would post sales numbers. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of ways that it could actually be done. It's just hard. I didn't actually do that, though. I didn't go in and look at, like, financials from actual company. I was just trying to look for sales. But that's. I mean, we could try that. I don't know. Like you said, some of those would have to be released or posted, but I don't know. Gomez agrees with you, Peterson. Holger. Yes, I'm a big mutant fan, LOL. Just X-Men 15 the other day. Nice. Like, uncanny, or, wow. Oh, I think That's really cool, Kyle. That's really cool, man. X-Men 15, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I want to look it up, but I'm not going to. I just found an X-Men cover. Somebody posted, I think, on Instagram or something. It had to be. I don't know. X-Men 38 from 2010 has Domino on the cover and Daredevil. So, I'm going to have to go find that. I may try to run by my shop later today and see if they have that book. Just because it's such a cool cover, I want to grab it, you know? Let's see here. Lower than half? What's lower than half? Oh, I get you. Okay, so I finally got caught up. No, I didn't. I'm way behind. Alright, I'm just gonna jump here. Jacko says he buys Valiant line-wide, even the awful Faith comics. That's crazy, man. That's cool. I mean, I'm with you. When Image first started, I bought Image line-wide in like 93. When Image launched, and I found my first Image book was Stormwatch that I found at a baseball card shop. They had a small little rack of comic books, and most of their comics, I guess maybe they were getting a good deal or whatever, they had Valiant, they had Image, and like Spider-Man. I think that's what they had. And I grabbed Stormwatch #1 and Magnus the Robot Fighter #25, that like silver chrome cover. And it was off to the races for me after that. I went full-fledged Image and got everything that Image put out at that point forward for probably 4 or 5 years. Now, it was good back then. The books only costed $2 because I was getting them all. But, yeah. Yeah, that whole Iceman thing, it was just like a push a character into a direction, I guess. Now, they changed them both. That's super weird. Though, I don't know. That's just a hard, difficult change, and the way they did it was like a lot of backlash. So I'm with you guys on that. That was weird. Not cool. And I think that a lot of that was voiced at that dealers panel or whatever, New York City Comic-Con. So, we all got to see those videos. Woo! People were upset. I think they should be different because they actually are. They're the same person, but they're not the same person. So their memory shouldn't link up. You know what I'm saying? If the younger one... I mean, so... The older... If they were the same person, the older Iceman all day long would be getting... remembering stuff that was happening to the other one all day long also. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just progress in his mind, would be utter and total chaos. Because he wouldn't be able to focus on what he was doing versus what the other one was doing, because now he's getting memories every second of what the other one's doing. Talk about a time paradox in your brain! It's a time paradox in your brain. I'm just going to go to the bottom because y'all have said a lot. It would be legend, but already that young X-Men are indeed from another timeline now. Okay, so they are. So he doesn't. So then why would he also be the... it doesn't make any sense. Alright, so who did that? Who did that? I can't remember who did that. But it's like I would want to go talk to them about like time travel and timelines, parallel universes and things like that. Because you're not the same person in each one. So having the younger one be that makes sense. But then having the older one, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that is actually a really good... That beginning of that Bendis run is really good. Both in All New X-Men and Uncanny. Both those running together right there. I really, really dug those. I have both of those runs. Really digged it. Let's see. Nerdivision says, hey, do you know the first appearance of those characters in the New Mutants trailers? I don't even recognize any of them from the original comics. Magic's in there. I think we talked about some of the characters that were going to be in it on Thursday night, but Magic's definitely in there, so you can go get several different books where she was like, there's the first appearance of her as a kid. There's the first appearance of the Soul Sword. Like, there's several different magic-related first key books you can get. I don't remember what the breakdown of the other ones for, but most of them are, they're X-Men characters if they're in there. In Blink and Gifted, somebody's in Gifted. Polaris is another one. Good luck getting that, because I think she's going to be the bad guy in Gifted. I don't know. That one's going to be, that's an early X-Men issue, so hard to get that one. I don't know. I'll do a list or something at some point. We'll do that next week. Maybe not next week. We'll do it in the upcoming weeks. I'll make a list of characters that are on TV shows and then their first appearances, and we'll kind of burn through those. So that'll be coming up, Nerd Division. I'll get that ready. Maybe 2 weeks, 2 shows, 2 more Sunday morning comics, and we'll do that. TV show character first appearances. TV show movie, because we'll do Gifted, New Mutants, and I don't know. Give me some more suggestions if you want some other stuff. Been destroyed, Bobby, says Philly Superman. Yeah, that was not good. Have we talked about the New Mutants trailer reaction? No? Yes, that was okay. Cannonball, Wolfsbane, and I forgot the other ones. Danny Moon and Sunspot 2? Yes. Oh, New Mutants. Yeah, it really kind of had like an American Horror Story kind of feel to it, Like it really, at least the trailer kind of had that feel to it, just because they're in like an institution and things like that. But I think it's going to be good. I'm definitely going to go check it out. As much as I don't want Fox to have the X-Men and the mutants, I want to see what they're doing. You want to check that out. Oh, gotcha, Nerdivision. Nerdivision says he's got the first appearance of the New Mutants and even Polaris. Man, that's a good, solid book. I remember that cover. I just thought it was... I've seen it on eBay. I don't have it. So, I couldn't identify some of the other ones in the trailer. Very, very cool, man. Very cool. Alright, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We've broken the hour mark here. So, I really appreciate everybody sticking in for the show. Like I said, next week... Not going to have a Sunday morning comics unless it's super later, so this could be the first week that I miss one. We'll see what I'm doing. We'll see if I can get reception where I'm at. Maybe I can do something, maybe a short one, but for this point, we'll probably say not going to have a Sunday morning comics next week. Be the first week we're taking a week off, but we will be on Strictly Comics Live show at, I think it's 6 p.m. next Sunday night. So 6 p.m. Eastern next Sunday night. Like I said, everybody, the Great Legends live auction is Saturday night at 9. So definitely check that out next week. And just to recap what we showed, we've got Uncanny X-Men 136 and Uncanny X-Men 137. Very, very cool books. Very cool book. Glad to add these in my collection. I did not have them. So super pumped about that. We'll be doing a review of Daredevil 27. Be up later today. And then I may or may not do a review of Youngblood number 6 that came out this week, just because it's one of those, it's a really good issue. It's a really good issue. So, things like that, and, of course, new haul. Everybody check out comicbook.com, especially tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll have the new comics list up, so you can check out what all books will be at the shop this week. So, thanks, everybody, so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. Iron Galactus, Great Legend, Philly Superman, Comically Flawed, NES Master. There's Jackyo, Holger Peterson. Everybody, Nerd Division. Who am I missing here? Scroll. Gomez, the Comic Collector. All right, I think I named most of you. If I left you out, I really apologize. I think Midwest Comic Man. That's right. All right, everybody. Yeah, 9 Central. Wait, Legend Show is 9 Central. So that means 10 Eastern Standard Time. Who's picking up John Wick? Does that come out this week? Oh, man. Scroll. Scrolling. I'm way back. Alright, guys. Have a good one, everybody. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your Sunday.